So I just did a video talking about a guy named Tom who was a part of AfterPrisonShow back in the day, years ago. And I sort of did like this behind the music, AfterPrisonShow, YouTube stories type of a deal with that. And today's video is going to be a little bit like that, but completely different. And as much as I hate making this video because of how sad and tragic all of this is, it is my hope that all of this will mean so much more by the time it's all said and done when you hear what I'm hopeful of doing. Folks, there's a lot of things that never make videos, and I've mentioned it before, I'm gonna mention it again, and the more I mention it, it almost makes it that much more real, but I am gonna write a memoir about what all of this has been like, this entire YouTube experience after prison, and I don't care how this sounds, being a major part of the paving the way of prison YouTube. AfterPrisonShow has most certainly been a huge part of that. And without a doubt, it has been one hell of a crazy ride. So much of what goes on behind the scenes and ends up being things that you guys have never heard about. And this story today about this individual by the name of Will McCullough is gonna be another example of just that. I wanna start by showing you guys this picture right here of this guy, Will McCullough. I got this picture from his Facebook page, and the first interesting thing to mention about this guy is that I never met him. I never met him. I only know of what he looks like, the same that you guys do, through this picture. But Will would end up being somebody that I would get to know, an individual that I am honored to have had the opportunity to have gotten to know, and Will also got the opportunity to get to know other people who were a part of AfterPrisonShow, Cody, and also Dave. Will was somebody that I spoke to and got to know over the phone. I spoke to this guy maybe once or twice a week, and those conversations would probably last for a couple of months. And I can't remember why our conversations would stop, but I'm pretty sure it had something to do with the fact that I was just getting more and more busy. And unfortunately, as horrible as this sounds, I probably just forgot about Will. And I hate that I did that, especially considering what this guy did for me and for AfterPrisonShow. Now, the way that I would first be introduced to this guy, Will, is absolutely crazy. And it was because of an email that this man would send to me saying, paying it forward. And I want to share with you guys this email, which contained this picture right here of a stack of money, $10,000, what's pictured right here. And I want to share this email with you guys right now. This was the first email that I would receive from this guy. He says, I've been with you, APS, since the very beginning. I haven't missed a video since you rejoined the free world, but I've also never supported you either. Not that I don't enjoy the content, just I'm not good with the computer for things like that. But I think I'm catching on. So the point is, buddy, I've gotten a lot of laughs and a lot of knowledge I hope I never have to employ. Being that I'm 56, I hope my getting locked up days are long, long behind me. Without saying I think what you've done and the motives behind it, great stuff. So the bottom line is, I want to help you guys with your wedding, bro, as a way of contributing to the car. I've been riding with APS the whole way, but I've never chipped in for any gas. And something else to mention before I go any further is when I received this very first email from Will, this was like 2 years ago, and right around the time that I was getting married. Me and my wife were planning the wedding, and that was getting ready to be a really big thing that was taking place in our lives. Rainey seems terrific. You guys seem to be kicking it A-okay together. You know you hit a home run there meeting her, I'm sure. Best of luck down the line to both of you guys. So after doing a little math, weighed against the absolutely hellish, daily panic attack ridden endless days, that being able to count on the fact that more often than not, there'll be at least a few laughs coming from your direction, and the figure I've come up with is half of this stack, brother. $5,000. So there it is, B. My name is Will. I live in Central Jersey. This is no hoax, scam, or otherwise shady shit. Give me a call when you can, and I'll overnight you a check ASAP for $5,000. Call me anytime. And I'm not sure if all of that made total sense as I was trying to read it, but the bottom line is this complete stranger would reach out to me out of the blue saying that he wanted to send me $5,000 overnight. And I'm going to be completely honest with you guys. I'm sure anybody who was in my situation would think the same thing, but, you know, no matter the talk of this not being a hoax or a scam, ultimately, That was the first thing that I was thinking, that's exactly what this was. If it was, I wanted to make videos exposing this scammer. I thought it would make for good content. Somebody tried to scam us for $5,000. Like, that's where my mind was. I was not thinking at all that this was going to be anything serious or for real. So I entertained this and responded to that email saying, yeah, if you want to send that money, send it. Here's the address. I gave him the address to the office at the apartment where I used to live at. And lo and behold, the very next day, a priority mail overnight package would come. It would be an envelope like this. And I would go into that office and open up that package right then and there. And there was $5,000 in cash in it. Now, because this is, me being completely honest with you guys, and this is like that behind the music, the YouTube stories, the things that you guys never knew, I'm just going to tell you guys the absolute truth. Some of this might be a little crazy sounding, but, when I received this money from this guy, I was doing really well. I mean, I've done really well with YouTube. There's no denying that. So to be completely honest with you guys, I didn't even need this money, really. I didn't really even need it. I would end up getting on the phone with this guy, and this guy would tell me, hey, look, use this for your wedding, and use this for whatever you want to use this for. So I would. I know some people might think, I could have sent the money back. I could have donated the money. I didn't do that. I used it for my wedding. I put about $2,000 into the wedding. During this time, we went and bought Dave a moped. That was, how we bought Dave the moped. So are these brand new?
Yeah. I'm getting one like this, but
You're getting the pink one.
I was thinking about the pink one. What do y'all think about the pink one? Get like Gay Dave on my trunk?
Dave, you have to get the pink one.
With the pink helmet?
That was $1,000 right there. Cody was going to the prom with his girlfriend at the time. We paid for a suit, which was like $300. So that was like $3,300 right there. And then the rest of the money I used for payroll and other expenses on After Prison Show. We did good with that money. And I told Will everything that we were doing with the money. I remember I was looking back at the videos when all of this was taking place. There was like some homeless person that we found. We, gave them, I think like $100. A complete stranger sent me $5,000 in an email titled Paying It Forward. And, that's something that doesn't happen every single day. You don't just have complete strangers just doing stuff like that. Now, don't get me wrong. We've had a few different, very, very charitable individuals be a part of After Prison Show. And, we've tried to do the very best that we can with those donations, using those, to help other people. In this particular case, this was, this man wanted to give me this money. And basically say, this is for the laughs and for the entertainment. And as I look back on all of this, it's just even more crazy to me because you're probably wondering why I'm telling you guys about all of this if you don't already know, if I haven't titled it or if you haven't seen me talking about this on the Bobo. But I would lose contact with this guy, after a few months of us talking. I remember talking to him while I was down on my honeymoon down in Key West. I remember talking to this dude when I went to Clearwater. I remember talking with this guy. I remember him talking with Dave and with Cody and, us telling him what we were doing. And like he said in his email, how he felt like he was in the car, but he wasn't paying for gas. Well, through those phone calls, I really tried to, make him a part of the loop. He was a friend. And I hate the way that sounds because that sounds like this man was only a friend because he sent us $5,000. And I don't want to believe that that's the case at all. This man got my attention. He was a very solid dude. He loved what we were doing with the After Prison Show. He was always so full of life and energy and just such a cool guy. He would tell me about, problems with family and friends and, why he could relate to After Prison Show. But over the course of a couple of months, I would lose contact with this guy. And I regret that so much now because it was just a couple of days ago where I would see this message that was from like 2 weeks ago from his lifelong girlfriend telling me that Will McCullough passed away. And I want to share with you guys the message that I received from her. And when I saw this message 2 weeks after the fact, this messed me up. This made me feel really, really bad. Maybe I deserve to. Maybe I'm a piece of shit. So this message would come from Will's Facebook. It was on December the 20th of 2019, and it says, Joe, sorry to tell you that Will from New Jersey has passed. I am using his phone to send you this. He is the one that sent a very generous gift in all capital letters. You in turn sent him an orange sweatshirt and a canvas of the couch cartoon with a letter of thanks on the back. Do you remember? He spent countless hours watching your YouTube videos. You and he spoke on the phone. Give a shout out to Will McCullough's spirit. May he rest in peace. Merry Christmas. Will was in his late 50s. Pretty sure he had some health issues, if I can remember correctly. And it absolutely broke my heart, to get this message, to see this 2 weeks too late. I go on his Facebook page and, there's so many comments of just how awesome of a guy this man was. He was an amazing person. And I remember him telling me through the phone calls that we had, the many different times that he helped people out financially with, thousands of dollars. And I wonder, did people take advantage of him? Did I take advantage of him? And I kind of did. By losing contact with him. And again, because this is like that behind the scenes type of a thing, I'm just going to be candid with you guys. I'm going to be real with you. Back during the time of my wedding and even before that, I was seeing some of my best success with YouTube. I was living my absolute best life. I'm still living my best life. Maybe not doing as well financially, but whatever. And I don't mention that because I need somebody to send me money. That's not why I'm saying that. Things were a lot better back then. Things have definitely trickled off since. But back during that time, things were moving fast. Things moved fast in my life since I became successful on YouTube. It has been like one thing after another, and this thing has just kept on going. It's been borderline, maybe not as much as it probably could have, and trust me, it could have. But this has borderline been like a rock star lifestyle, minus the drugs. And when you see success, and I don't mean like business success, when you see this type of success, when this success comes from the fact that people enjoy you. They enjoy you for whatever it is you do, whether it's videos or music or whatever it is. When you become some kind of, I hate the way that this sounds because I don't consider myself this at all, but some kind of like celebrity. It's crazy to think what people will do for you. I look at the stuff that people send us in the P.O. box. They take the time to go buy these things and to send these things to us. And so many times I take that for granted. And others do too. I'll put it out. Others do too. Maybe not as much as I do, but for sure, there's times I definitely take it for granted. I don't really sit back and think, wow, man. Like, look at what my impact on people's lives has brought into my life and has made them want to do for me. And Will was a perfect example of that. Another example of that. And when that type of stuff is happening, more time, like it's not happening a lot, but it's happening enough times to where I've taken it for granted. And I'm ashamed of that. Like I truly am. When I read this email, hey, Will's passed away. This man sent you $5,000. He didn't even know you. I thought it was a scam. It was for real. The man did it. I feel really bad. And I felt really bad for like the last 48 hours since learning about this. So, with that, I want to do something good. I want to honor this guy Will's memory. An awesome person in life. And not just because of what he did for me, but because of what he did for somebody that he didn't even know. God only knows the other times and the countless times probably that he's done this for others. I want to do something to honor Will's memory. And for 2 days, I've thought about what that could be. Setting up some sort of a fund in Will McCullough's name. A pay it forward fund. I'd like to be able to donate to that the most. But to be honest with you, I'm broke. This house has been damn near my complete undoing. But that has nothing to do with this. It does a little bit, but not really. I'm not asking you to give me any money. I don't want no money. And I don't want to make it sound like I'm not responsible with money. I don't want it to sound, because there have been people who have trusted me with money, a lot of money. And I've always done the right thing with it. It's just in this particular case, I feel bad about this because I lost contact with this dude. And I know I was the cause of that. But what I've decided to do, and I hope that you will support this, is I've created some new After Prison Show merch in memory of this guy, Will. And I want to share it with you guys now. What you're looking at is a design that I thought about quite a bit. I wanted to make this clever and catchy and to really utilize this man's name for something positive. And I think willpower is a really positive way to symbolically honor this man's name. Now, I wanted to put some clever words on the back of this. I wanted some kind of a catchy saying to accompany willpower. Like, what exactly is willpower? What is it? And, I wanted to say something like, willpower. With willpower, you can do anything. But that's not necessarily true. I mean, it's not true at all. Just because you have willpower doesn't mean you're going to be able to accomplish any and everything. But it's a damn good thing to have in an effort to try to do the very most that you can do. And anybody who's in an after prison type of a situation, or somebody who is dealt with incarceration or addiction or depression or just being at the absolute bottom, willpower is something that you absolutely need in an effort to try to better where you are in life, your lot in life. So with that, the words I decided to put on the back of this shirt are: never give up and never stop believing in what you can accomplish, in memory of Will McCullough. There's a lot of different variations to this design and this merch, and I want to read to you guys the bio that I wrote for this, and this is absolutely what this is going to be. This is going to be the Will McCullough Fund, and this is going to be in memory of this awesome person in life. And what I wrote was: Will McCullough was a huge supporter of After Prison Show and an awesome human being. He loved After Prison Show and everyone who was a part of it. He paid it forward in a huge way, donating to us $5,000 just to help out. I just learned that he passed away recently, and to honor his memory, I have created this willpower merch to always be reminded that there are amazing people in this world. And all the proceeds raised from the sales of these items will be paid forward and donated to a cause or organization that they can really help. And the cause or organizations that come to mind that I think of are maybe somewhere like, CHKD, or maybe the Boys and Girls Club, or maybe somewhere else. I'm going to post a poll on Twitter at Joe P. Guerrero if you're on Twitter, but there will be a poll there with a couple of options. If you guys have some ideas of where, these proceeds should go to, leave a comment down below. I'm going to leave a link for this merch down in the comments as well. And I hope you guys will kick to this cause, because I am definitely going to honor this dude's memory in the best possible way that I can think of. And what better way to do so than to use this platform that I have created and that Will was a huge fan of and that all of you are a part of, to do exactly what he did for me, and that is to pay it forward for someone or for something else entirely. Hell, maybe it doesn't even have to be an organization. Maybe it could just be for somebody who needs it. I want to hear what you guys think about all of this. I hope you guys will leave a comment and let me know. It's crazy to be able to share with you guys these stories of things that I've never had a chance to tell you about, and to really, think about these situations that I've experienced and gone through that I had never really thought about before. And it's very, very humbling and slightly embarrassing at the same time, to think that I have taken situations for granted quite a bit, and things for granted. Hey, look, that's it. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video some kind of a way. I want this to be a positive thing. And if you did so, please leave a like and a comment letting me know exactly what you thought about all of this. As always, until next time, enjoy life, the free world. Never take a moment for granted. And make the most of every day. Peace!
I've been lost